next week. No. Hi, I'm Russell.
I'm Cole.
And
this
is Loud and Queer! Hi. Let me tell you, this has been a long time coming. Hey,
16th time's a charm!
Girl, we've had so much time trying to figure technology out. If you could see the inner workings of what's going on around us is nuts right now.
Craziness.
Yeah,
we're here.
Yeah.
And queer. Get used to it.
Never in my wildest dreams would I have ever thought that this finally would start happening.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Russell tried to talk me into the podcast, and I was like, I'm going to hate this because I don't like podcasts. But then we actually did it, and I was like, I really enjoy doing this. I don't enjoy the setup, but I do enjoy, actually doing the pod. So we're going to come on here. We're going to do, an episode a month. We're going to do little segments. We're going to talk about our lives. It's going to be really, really fun. We're excited to get started. So yeah, welcome to the first ever episode of Loud and Queer.
Yep. And we've been friends for,
3 days? Three-ish. 3 hours. Couple hours. Yeah.
The lesbians have a short amount of time, they get married. The gays have a short amount of friendship.
Make a podcast. that is the rules. It'd be like...
We're like, oh my god, we're so funny, let's make a podcast. We've been friends for 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. We met. My roommate met you first at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And then they went swimming at your house.
Mm-hmm.
And then Angel invited me over, and I was like, I don't know who this man is. And he was like, just come over. And I was like, okay, sure. So I got the invite. Then I was told to come into the house by myself.
Oh, that's right. I remember that because
and I just walked into the front door of this person that I do not know. I don't know what you look like.
That's hilarious.
I don't know who you are. And then they were like, yeah, just follow it downstairs. And I'm like, I'm not going into this house.
Yeah, my house is a maze, by the way.
I'm not going into your house alone.
We live on a bluff, so everything is a different level. So yeah, that's hilarious.
And then I finally got outside, and everyone was swimming. I jumped in the pool, and within 20 minutes, everyone but me was completely naked.
I thought we weren't going to tell that story.
Oopsies.
And then he became my drag mom, and we became best friends.
Yep. Literally.
Yeah. So I was like, you want to put me in drag? And he was like, yeah. And he was like, when? And I was like, Tuesday. And he was like, cool. And then he showed up on Tuesday.
Literally the next time that we hung out.
Yeah.
And then turned you into a fat Cameron Michaels.
Fat Cameron Michaels, yeah.
Insert picture here.
Yeah. Cameron Michaels, we love you. If I'm going to be a fat anyone, it might as well be Cameron Michaels. That's all I'm saying. So, so there's that. So to sort of segue into our first ever segment, we're gonna do Zillow Gone Wild.
Okay, so Zillow Gone Wild is for those of you who don't know. I had to convince this one.
You converted me.
Yeah. I converted you into the house of Zillow.
You converted me.
And
that's what we're gonna do. Zillow Gone Wild.
And so I told him, and he was like, I don't really. And then I started showing you some, and you were like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah.
And so I found one. Are you going to pull it up?
Yeah.
And so I found one, and a little more explanation while he pulls it up. They're these mansions or crazy architecture houses that are listed on Zillow as we talk about it. And this guy his name is Samir. He collects all of these and puts it on an Instagram. You can go follow it. It's Zillow Gone Wild on Insta. And we found one that was insane. And I was like, I have to show you this one. This is fucking nuts. I showed him one image so far. And are you looking for the other one?
Yeah, it's right here. Got it.
Yeah. So this one is from Jacksonville, which is where we live. And I thought, what a great way to start putting a house in.
Yeah, doing the first segment.
And so you'll see the images on the screen.
Yeah, we're going to put it up here for you. So it's right off the bat, we see it's a ranch construction home, which is super popular for Florida because we got them
Mid-century
hurricanes.
modern.
Mid-century modern, yep. The caption says, "We've never said this before, but here's a near-perfect MCM in Jacksonville, Florida."
Which kind of, come to find out, they do a lot of mid-century modern, so this whole thing of like, we've never said this before.
Which is a joke.
Is a joke.
Yeah, because tons of mid-century moderns. I bought a house this past year, and we looked at a lot of MCM homes. I'm an MCM girly, so we're just gonna jump right in. So it's ranch style construction. The arches, it's pretty from the outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
not
stains
bad.
on the roof or something.
Well, it's Florida. That's pretty
amen.
typical.
That's
That is why we
normal.
go for the brown colored roofs. Okay, so moving right along.
Ew.
Jumping right into it with that shag carpet.
Oh.
Very mid-century, I will say.
I can't wait to have a chore list on my chores in this house of mow my carpet.
Girl, you already do that. Yeah.
I thought we weren't going to talk about that.
Yeah.
What is
The
this?
grass green shag carpet going all the way up
Ugh.
the stairs. I mean,
You drop an earring in here, never finding it. This is that
Girl,
guy in the Lost World in Jurassic Park. And he's like, "Don't go into the long grass."
girl,
This
you do a death drop in here, and you're
You're
fighting
safe.
you're fighting your way out of the jungle for 3 to 5 business days.
You do a death drop in this house, no need for padding.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they had the shag carpets in the 70s, is because everybody's clinically insane, so it's like their own padded room. So, yeah, the next
Is that a wasp?
next photo, it looks like the view from our back to the front door. Yeah, we've got
Is that a wasp nest?
we've got a beehive, a wasp's nest, and some kind of moose.
Oh, there's a moose. She's just chilling. She's just hanging out.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about, like, the jail cell looking construction they have going on. Like, why does the banister continue downstairs?
This is a loony bin.
It's
This is a loony.
It's a little scary.
I understand that they were going for the mid-century modern, but
No, baby, this was built in the mid-century. They weren't going for it. They were in it. They lived it. The wallpaper actually isn't bad. I
there's
don't love
a
it.
crime that has happened here.
Yeah, I mean, the chandelier is
I didn't notice the gaudy chandelier.
It's chandeliering. Yep. So
Come on, Sia.
should we take bets now? How many of us think that there's going to be this green shag carpet throughout the entire house? Throughout the
Oh,
entire house.
100%.
Okay, so the next photo is a view from that room. Again, we've got the jail cell thing going on.
Where did she go?
Well, she's behind us.
No, that's like
Yeah, the moose. She's behind
yeah,
us.
but no, this
maybe
is the door.
It galloped
and that's
off
the door.
by the time they took the second photo. I don't know.
Where'd
The
she
moose
go?
and the beehive are gone. They were like, maybe we shouldn't have these in the picture.
Oh, Sisterhood of the Traveling Moose.
Knuckles. Next photo, another chandelier.
2 chandeliers.
Two. Oh, I thought that one was just hanging from the first one. That's rough.
Two.
And we love the exposed joists. We love the vaulted ceilings.
I don't-
Beautiful, beautiful. The chandeliers, they're not doing it
I
for me.
don't want this.
It's bad. Okay, next photo.
This is the same chandelier.
Okay, so yep, same room,
And-
different
oh,
angle.
Hi.
Oh, who's
Hey.
she?
That's my sleep paralysis demon.
Yep, she is terrifying. In the corner we've got a little red demon.
This is such a small area for a bar.
It is a small area for a bar. Bars were super in, like indoor, like bars inside your house. Like everybody was an alcoholic.
Yeah, we've already got the
It was
jail
just
bars.
after the prohibition, so everybody was like living it up.
Well, we already got the jail bars going on in the.
I don't
this-
understand the brick inside. We've got like a brick retention wall going on over here.
Oh, there is.
Yeah. Okay, so we're moving along. The kitchen it actually could be so much worse. Obviously not original appliances. We've
don't-
got a stained glass window.
You can't see out of it, so what's the point?
It would bring color and light into the kitchen. Stained glass windows in the kitchen were super popular then.
Yeah, but it's yellow. Why do you want yellow light?
It might have been white at one
You
point.
better work, piss light.
They smoked inside.
I
Appliances have been replaced. The
another
kitchen's
chandelier.
another chandelier. It's the green shades for me, actually.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, next photo. Oh. Okay.
Is that a marble toilet?
That is indeed a black granite toilet. Yeah.
Ew.
Mhm.
This is and happy Hanukkah for the lights.
I love how
I
the
don't-
only thing they left in there for the photo was a green.
Oh
Kleenex
my
box.
god! There's fucking carpeting in the fucking toilet.
in the bathroom.
Oh no! You know that this room smells like mold and I want to know what this bathroom smells like. I want to smell this bathroom.
No, you don't.
Know that this bathroom smells like
Piss.
Oh.
It smells like urine.
Carpeting.
You know what? Well, if you buy this house, you're in for a treat.
Carpeting in a.
It was very typical during this time.
No.
Carpets in the bathroom.
Why?
I don't know.
The
I don't know.
Kleenex box with no cover on it. Honestly, it's like
The weird, like, I can't remember what that's called with the wood when they do like the chunked out cubes. There's a term for that. Yeah, this house was probably built in the like 60s.
And more. So you
Next
were right.
photo.
You were right. All of this.
Another chandelier, another shag carpet continuing into this room.
If you stain this carpet, you have to. There's no way that you can replace this.
Oh, it's the first thing that's coming up anytime anyone buys this house.
Yeah.
We painted the joists in this room. It's pretty. I mean, like the architecture of the house is really cool, right? It just needs to be.
Yeah.
It just needs to be burned down. And no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand. Like, I get that you took all of your furniture and everything, but like, didn't the chandeliers cost money? Like, wouldn't you want to take those with you?
You're not gonna take the light fixtures, babe.
Yeah, but if I paid,
they're moving out, not robbing the house. Anyways, last photo.
Oh,
I'm not really sure
what
what
did she use
I-
for?
I-
Why'd they leave that?
She was too heavy for their old bodies to carry out of the house.
Yeah,
The
I
movers
bet
saw
there's-
that and they were like, no.
I bet there's old bodies in that.
They forgot the code. They don't know how to unlock it.
Why is there a fucking
It looks like
trust fund bank vault in there?
the owner of the house has had his cryogenically frozen and stored
The
in there.
owner of Truist Bank lives here.
Oh.
No, I'm sorry. Not in the house. He's cryogenically frozen inside.
Gotcha.
Vault.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Well, on that note,
That's the house.
that's the house, guys.
Yeah.
If you're
would we live there? That's. I
I
guess-
live there. Yeah.
I like, but the thing is the question is, would you live there in the conditions that it is? Obviously, you have to move
no.
furniture in there, but like, would you keep all the shag carpeting?
No.
And you have to keep the moose if it's still there. And the paralysis
Is the moose
cat.
here in the room with us? Maybe the moose is the friends we made along the way.
I want to break up. Bye bye.
Anyways, so that's our first Jello Gone Wild, guys.
Oh my God.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah.
the piss floors. Love that.
yeah.
Oh, you know what? Speaking of piss floors, did I tell you the story of when I first moved in?
Which one?
Like the second day that I moved in with Angel.
I don't think so.
Oh my God. Okay, so preface: not saying his name because he paid me $50 not to say his name.
Stop.
So I moved in. I finally got all my shit into Angel's house, and Angel asked if I wanted to go out to a bar. I said I'm exhausted. I'm gonna take the night in. I stayed up, went to bed around 12:30. Great night. Wake up at like, I don't know, 4 a.m. and I hear water running, and I went, roll over, turn on my light, look at the end of my bed, and there's a man there, standing there,
An actual sleep paralysis demon?
butt ass naked,
Stop.
pissing on my floor. And I was like,
Okay.
Angel? And then my eyes adjusted, and oh, that's not Angel. I don't know who it was, but it's not Angel.
What?
And I went,
Is it a homeless man?
I didn't know if it was a homeless man. I could not tell you if it was a homeless man. Mind you, I'm 15 seconds into like waking up, so you're in that still like state of like
Grogginess.
grog.
Yeah.
And so I was like, hi. And the guy was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I was like, can you please leave? And he's like, do you want me to leave? And I was like, yes. And he's like, okay. And he leaves out of my room and he's like, good night. And he closes the door. And I was like, what? And so my first reaction as a normal human being is to turn off the light and go roll back over and go back to sleep. And then I was like, no, I should probably text Angel about this.
Wise choice.
So I texted Angel and I was like, I don't know who you have over the house, but he just came into my room and I'm pretty sure he just pissed on my floor. And so Angel comes into my room, and yeah,
It's the third roommate that he didn't tell you about.
He lives in the attic.
Welcome home.
He lives in the
It's the hazing ritual. We do it to everybody. We just pee on the floor.
And so, anyways, yeah. And then I woke up the next morning, and I woke up, and I was like, what a weird dream I had. And then I noticed that my suitcase was moved. Just to make this even weirder is that apparently what had happened was Angel went out to the bar, and then this guy, who, again, shall not be named, was very drunk and couldn't drive home. So Angel drove his car back to his house. They stayed in his bed, and Angel's room, there's a bathroom connected to it. You know that.
Yeah.
Guy could have gotten up and...
So this man literally walked
He
past
walked
the bathroom.
Past the bathroom. Out of his...
Across your living room.
Across the whole house, essentially.
Down the
hallway. Passing my guest bathroom. That was open, by the way. Both bathrooms were fully wide open. And then he decides, I'm going to go into this closed bedroom door and go into that. Not only that, second day that I moved here, boxes, bags all over the place in my room because I had not fully unboxed. So I'm surprised the man was even able to find his way
through. Did he pee on any of your boxes?
There is a miracle omnipotent being out there that prevented him from peeing on anything. Because I'm not kidding you, there was like this little area in the middle that he peed on. He kind of peed on a suitcase, but that was it. And so yeah, the next morning I wrote a note, and it's still hanging up in my bedroom to this day. And it's to the man who pissed on my floor. Dry cleaning is expensive, and then $50. Here's my Cash App. Here's my Venmo. And then he sent me. And then he sent me $50, and which was attached with the tagline of "This is our little secret." So it'll stay our secret, and I will never tell you who your name is, but at least the world knows that some random gay man in the Duval area pissed on my floor.
Wow. Well, not really sure where to go after that story, but
Hey.
I guess moving right along. Our next segment is called Tongue Pop Culture. I can't do that.
Oh, sorry, are you waiting for me?
Yeah. Okay. So, we're just gonna talk a little bit about some pop culture. We're gonna kind of just talk about two different things.
Have you watched anything?
I did recently watch a new show, and it's kind of a hit or miss for some people.
What is it?
So for those of you that know, Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is a beloved animated series,
Yes.
just did another live action, but they did a live action show on Netflix.
I mean, I've only watched the cartoon on Nickelodeon. But
It's really good. Netflix did partner with Nickelodeon on it, and some of you might know in the past they did a live action movie. Flopped so bad. It was awful.
Listen, I watched that.
It was
and if
awful.
I say it's bad, it's bad.
It was awful. So everybody was kind of on edge about the new live action show, right? For me personally, as somebody who's a huge fan of Atla, Avatar: The Last Airbender, after James Cameron's Avatar, we started calling it Atla because it just got too confusing, too many avatars. So for me personally, huge fan of the cartoon. It was just so well written. If you haven't watched it, go watch it. There's a following show called Korra, which is the next reincarnation of the Avatar. Also amazing.
Is that the live action?
No, Korra's the next
Oh,
cartoon.
that's yeah, I never watched that one.
It's the Avatar after Aang.
Yeah, that's where she's grown up, isn't it?
I know it starts with her young.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just a totally different story about a different Avatar. It's some people don't like it. I really liked it. Thought it was really good. For the diehard fans of Atla, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not gonna love the live action show. You're not gonna love it. I think everybody should watch it once. My problem with it was that casting was great. Casting was amazing. They picked some really good actors. They typecasted the crap out of it, but everybody matched just how they were shown, how they were depicted in the cartoon.
You know what? The only thing that I care about this is Lettuce Man there.
Cabbage Man! Yes, they threw him in there! They did! My cabbages! Yeah, no,
Oh!
literally.
Pinnacle!
Oh, so good. And they did do those little nods. They did try really hard.
Good.
I think the biggest issue with it, guys, is that they were trying to fit all of book one into a single season with, I think it was 8 to 10 episodes. So
I
they
mean,
rushed it. They wanted to get through the story, the whole book, and so
I mean, isn't that what they did with the cartoon at least?
I mean, yes, but there's so many more episodes.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of them are filler episodes, and they wanted this to be more adult, I think. But the problem with it is that for those of us that love it so much, it wasn't a new story with new perspectives. It wasn't even the same story with new perspectives. It was the same story, and they changed the timeline of how things happened. So they were they wanted to rewrite. They wanted to recreate the same story, but they made it different. If they had shown us it from a different perspective and had it on a different timeline, that would make sense to me. But instead, they put things out of order. And everyone was like, oh, well, it's not a one-for-one. Well, it is when you're rewriting the exact same story, but you're changing what happens to things that are just inaccurate to the original story.
And I think give it a try then.
You should. I think everybody should give it a try. Everybody should watch it. If it was its own thing, it was so great. There are a few perspectives we get that we don't get from the animated that are really beautiful. Katara gets a whole group of women together because women aren't able to waterbend in one of the tribes, and she stands up to the leader, and she gets Master Paku. There's a scene where all the women rise up and they're like, "We're here, we're ready to fight," and it's really beautiful, and it's a perspective that you don't quite get that way in the animated. There's another little scene between Zuko and Iroh that you don't get to see.
So are you looking for the originality and
I think those if they did more of those little bits, then people would have liked it a lot more, because it's it is the same story, yes, but we're getting new perspectives, new things, new little tidbits that we didn't really get to see. And I gotta say, in the beginning, when the Fire Nation attacks the Air Temple, it's so good.
Changed when the Fire Nation.
Everything changes when the Fire Nation attacks. It's an amazing scene. You get to see the airbenders fight for their lives, and it's really beautiful, and it's sad, and it's touching. So they did some things right, they did some things wrong. It's worth giving a watch. For me personally, I wouldn't watch it more than once.
Well, can I give you something that you'll want to watch over and over and over and over again?
Hit me with it.
Girlie, I watched a fucking movie last night with Angel. We're gonna have to get Angel in this podcast at some point. But, girl...
Why are you covering your eyes?
It's Dix the Musical.
Okay, I rescind my statement. I don't want you to hit me with it. Don't hit me. Don't hit me with
You don't want to get hit in the face with Dix?
Dix the Musical? No, I'm good.
So, Angel's been trying to force me to watch this musical for fucking forever.
I mean, same.
And I'm like, I don't want to watch this. This has no interest in it. I thought this was the thing that Alaska, the drag queen, did.
Yeah.
I know that she did a musical, and I thought it was this.
She was in a musical?
Yeah, she wrote something, and it was with her, Ginger Minge, Jan. So this is very vague. I don't know what it's called. I don't know, but I thought it was that, and so
okay.
I was like, I don't really want to watch this. I'm not. I've heard a couple.
Aren't they naked in the musical? Isn't a bunch of naked guys?
Which one? The
Dix.
No. So it is very Parent Trappy. Of it's essentially a story of two guys that are identical twins, and they don't know it, and they go to work. That their boss is Megan Thee Stallion.
I love that for them.
And it's these two guys that wrote this musical way back in the day, and now they got A24 to fucking make this movie. And it has Megan Thee Stallion. It has Megan Mullally, which is from Will and Grace. She's the really nasal one.
Yes, I love her.
And then Nathan Lane. He's been in a lot of other crazy things too.
Okay.
But this thing just is very satirical comedy, I think it is, of just blatant hard comedy.
Okay.
It's very weird. The songs are out there, but to put it in the thing of everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked, everything changed when the Sewer Boys attacked. There is this scene.
What?
So, like I said, it's very Parent Trappy of the
Sewer
two
Boys.
Yeah, because they're identical twins. They realize that they're identical twins. And then they are like, oh my god, well, I live with my dad. Well, I live with my mom. Oh, I want to meet the other. And so they dress up like each other and go meet the other parent and convince them to go get back together.
Okay, so it's literally Parent Trap.
Literally. Mom comes out and she's 92, 93 and is talking to the new son.
So they really saw the Lindsay Lohan and they were like,
let's
add Dix.
Let's add Dix. But the Dix doesn't come until after this, which is really fucking strange. And Mom, like, I'm just gonna start stating facts about this, and it's just gonna be like, what are you talking about? There's a whole song about Mom losing her vagina in Greece and having it swatted with a flip-flop. And, like, Dad has a whole thing of, like, he comes out to his son
Why
about
does this sound
being...
like it was all AI generated, the entire
Yeah,
show?
so, Dad has a mission of gathering these, like, 2 little pets that he has. They're called the Sewer Boys. And he pulls ham out of the statue of David, but instead of a penis, it's a vagina. And he pulls it out of its butthole, and it's a bag of ham, and he chews it up and spits it into the Sewer Boys to feed him. And then they have to go and save the Sewer Boys that jump down the toilet. So Mom, Dad, and then the 2 sons go down there, and there's a happy, welcoming moment of the Sewer Boys finding their family, and then they eat a man. And then...
They eat a man?
Yep, and then the movie ends with a happy ending. The identical twin brothers have hard sex and get married by the officiant, God. And then they have a song.
You're joking. This is a joke. Okay, so I'm scared to ask, but, yay or nay, should we watch it? How high do we need to be?
Honestly, being high watching that movie would be an experience. I think it would
Okay,
make it
I
better.
heard Angel played the soundtrack, some of the songs from this for me, and I was like, this is so stupid, this is so, like, crass and weird.
It's so red. No, I'm telling you, I think it's so much better to watch it with the songs instead of just
It doesn't
listening.
sound it. I'm terrified.
Girl, the mom's song of where she was talking about the things that she's done in her life, she better work down the house boots. And then Megan's song of like, Alpha, the Alpha.
That sounds like, yeah, I heard that song, Alpha the Alpha. It's like, she's in the office.
I love her.
Yeah.
Girl.
Well,
We're almost out of time
well,
for the first episode.
You can make your own opinions about whether you'd like to watch Dix the Musical. Those were very two contrasting
I don't
pop
remember.
cultures.
Who played God? God was played by that the gay Asian from Saturday Night Live.
Oh, I don't know.
He also just recently played that gay senator that looks like Jan dressed up in drag. George Santos.
Okay.
I don't remember what his name is, but yeah.
Well, anyways, Dix the Musical, Legends of Avatar: The Last Airbender, live action.
Very opposite sides.
Quite. So we're gonna end the show, the episode, on our last segment, which we're gonna call Random Fact, where we're just gonna deliver you a random fact for the day. So today's random fact.
What's my random fact?
Today's random fact is brought to you by turtles.
I like turtles.
Turtles can actually breathe through their butts.
What?
It is called cloacal respiration. And they actually have they have capillary beds in their cloaca. If you don't know what a cloaca is, don't look it up. It is I had a friend that called them monoholes once. I didn't like that, but it's a monohole. It's a hole that's used for all purposes. It's a hole that's used for copulation, a hole that's used for excretion of both feces and urine.
Excuse me? You're using too big of words.
You go poo-poo, you go pee-pee, you do the kai-kai in the cloaca. It's a one single hole for everything. It's a multi-purpose tool, if you will. Birds have them, reptiles have them, and that's what you missed on Glee. Yeah, so that's your random fact. Cloacal respiration. I think a lot of turtles can do it. There are different reasons that they do. If they're hibernating. And turtles are reptiles, not amphibians, for those of you at home that don't know that. So anyways, thanks for joining us on the podcast. We're going to leave you while Russell's still quite confused. Bye!
Bye!
I'm Cole.
Sorry, I'm still flustered.
He's Russell, and we hear
I'm
ya.
Russell. We're